Have you ever wondered what the numbers written on the tires mean? Like me, have you sometimes wondered if your tires are due for change? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through on how to look at the values on a tire, knowing exactly the size, knowing when it's due for a change, knowing the maximum load that you should put on the tire, and lastly, knowing the maximum speed you should exert your tire to. I'm sure a lot of you didn't know that there's a maximum speed your tires were meant for. In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly this. All right, so stay tuned as we dive right in.
Right, so I have this tire here with me, a 205/6515. Every car manufacturer has its own recommended tire dimension for that car. So for this one, I'm using this particular one. All right, so you might need to look for where it is written, but trust me, it's written boldly. So the 205 here means the width of the tire. So this is a sidewall. On the other side is another sidewall. So the width is the distance from here to the inside sidewall. All right, so let me show you basically. I'll be stooping down here to show you. So that 205 you saw is the distance from here. So this is 205 millimeters. The width of this tire is measured in millimeters. All right. So that's the beginning of the 205. Then 65 here means the aspect ratio, but in very simple term, what it's telling you is that the height from here to here is 65% of that 205 we saw earlier. Okay, so this is 65% of 205. If you do the maths, you get what it is, and it's in millimeter. So the lower the value here, the lower this, the smaller this width becomes, this height becomes. All right, this is 65. So if this was 50, it meant that here will be about this height. It will be half of 205, which will be around 102.5. right? But since this is 65, so it means here it's slightly bigger. So for more safety and balance, you want this to be a bit higher. 65 is a good value. If you want it for more fancy, for more beauty, for more aesthetics, you go for the slimmer ones. Those ones cannot take as much heat as this, because if there's any bad pothole you run into, it can affect the rim. So you don't want to drive those kind of tires on a bad road. But this is a good one. You can take this to any road, off-road, and you'll be fine. Then the area means the way the tire is constructed internally. So area means radial. It's kind of the direction how the steel wires are weaved inside. So it's a radial pattern. Then 15 here, it's for this. So I'm going to zoom back a little. This is my rim. So 15 here means I have a 15-inch rim. It's the diameter of my rim. All right, so if I'm to measure from here all the way down, it's 15-inch. So some cars have 16-inch, 17-inch, 18. Some cars go as high as even 20-inch rim. It means that the rim will be quite big. Okay, so basically that's what these values mean. So if you understand this, you'll be able to look at any tire size and understand the dimensions and understand the size. Every car manufacturer has its own recommended tire dimension for that car. So for this one, I'm using this particular one. Okay, so the next value I would like to explain is this format. The 94 here is the load index of this tire, and H is the speed rating. So the 94 here tells me the maximum load this tire was meant to carry. So I'll be sharing a table on the screen for you to see the different values and what they are meant to carry. All right, so if you look at the table, you can see that 94 was meant to carry a load of about 670 kilogram, or about 1,477 pounds of load. So it means each tire in this car can carry 670 kg of load. So if I have 4 of them, I multiply that by 4. And this is when the tire is also properly inflated. Okay, so this is the load index of the tire. Then the H here is the speed rating. This represents the maximum speed this tire can safely handle. So an H rated tire is designed to handle speed of up to 210 km per hour or 130 miles per hour. All right, take note of those values. Always look out for this when you're trying to buy a tire, and make sure it meets the speed on your speedometer. For example, this car can move at a maximum speed of 200 and Well, I checked about this. This car can do about maximum speed of 190-200 kilometers per hour. So it means that the tire can be safely installed in this car. For some of you, we use the German cars, they can go as high as 260, 280. Some I've seen some cars 300 kilometers per hour. Please make sure you don't use that tire. Make sure you get the tire with the appropriate speed rating. This is the most important value for me on a tire, and this is the date of manufacture. So you want to look for the values in a circle, all right? So for this tire, this is where it's a 4-digit number. It tells you exactly when this tire was manufactured. The first 2 digits tells you the week of manufacture, and the last 2 digits tells you the year of manufacture. So this tire was manufactured in the 14th week of 2023. Okay, so that means that this tire was manufactured around the last week of April. So it means that in April of this year, this tire will be approximately 2 years old. Depending on the quality of your tire, you can deduce when you should change your tires. So for the top premium tires, they can go as much as 5-6 years. But for some of the cheaper Chinese ones, they can do about 3 years. So for this tire, I have a warranty of about 2 years on it. So by 2026, I should be changing these tires. But if you're using like the Bridgestone, the Michelin, the Dunlop, the Continental, you should be able to use your tires up to 2028, 2029 and have them changed. Please, it's not a rule of thumb. If you are always on the road doing long trips, then it means you need to change it sooner. Another factor to also know when to change your tire is to look at your tread wear pattern. Let me try and give you a clearer view. In as much as you are okay with this, please, I need you to also take note of the tread wear pattern. So you want the depth inside here to be as deep as possible. The more this wears out, remember that this part of the tire is in contact with the ground. So over time it begins to wear out and almost get to the same level with the inner part. You don't want that to happen, all right? So also pay close attention to your tread wear. Sometimes if you have a faulty ball joint or your tires are not properly aligned, this tire will begin to wear out unevenly. Okay, so don't just pay attention to the date of manufacture, also pay attention to the wear pattern of your tire. Always inspect your tires, make sure there are no tears, there are no cuts, and that the wear pattern is okay. So you want this groove here to be as deep as possible. The more this wears out, the more two of them almost gets to the same level, and you don't want that. If it gets to that point, you might lose grip on the road, and which can cause you accidents. And in case you have a flat tire, in the next video I'll be showing you how to use the simple tire air pump so that you don't have to panic or start looking for assistance on the road. You could just use this small little guy here to get back on the road in a few minutes. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.